My name is Emily Carter. I am 29 years old, and I work as a junior accountant in a small private company. I never thought I would tell this story to strangers, but sometimes our pain needs a voice, not for sympathy, but so others do not make the same mistakes. I grew up in a simple middle-class family. My father, Robert Carter, was a school teacher who believed in honesty more than money, and my mother, Linda Carter, managed our home with patience and quiet strength. We never had much, but we had peace, and I was raised to believe that kindness was the most important quality a person could have. When I was 26, I met a man named Daniel Moore. He worked as a sales executive in another company, and from the beginning, he seemed different from the people I had met before. He listened when I spoke. He remembered small details about me. He asked about my dreams, my fears, and my childhood. Slowly, without realizing it, I started trusting him. At that time in my life, I was saving money carefully. I had dreams of starting my own accounting firm one day, and every dollar mattered to me. My closest friend at work was Sarah Collins. She was confident, practical, and protective of me. Once, casually, she warned me that people who speak too sweetly sometimes hide their true intentions. I laughed it off. I wanted to believe that Daniel was genuine. As months passed, Daniel became a big part of my daily life. We spoke every day. We shared plans about the future. I felt secure with him, and that feeling was new for me. One evening, he called me and asked to meet urgently. When I saw him, his face looked tired and worried. He told me his mother was seriously ill and needed immediate treatment. He said he was short of money and had no one else to ask. Then he asked me if I could help him with $35,000. That amount was my entire savings. 5 years of discipline, sacrifices, and saying no to myself for bigger dreams. That night, I couldn't sleep. My father's old words echoed in my mind, that trust once broken never feels the same. But then I remembered Daniel's voice, his fear, and his tears. In the end, I chose emotion over logic. I gave him the money. At first, everything seemed fine. He thanked me repeatedly and promised to return it within 3 months. The first month passed normally. During the second month, his messages became shorter, his calls less frequent. By the third month, he stopped answering altogether. His phone was switched off. I felt a strange fear growing inside me, but I kept telling myself not to overthink. One day, I went to his office, only to be told that he had left the company months ago. In that moment, my legs felt weak. I went home and cried quietly, not because I lost money, but because I realized I had been fooled. After many days of searching, I finally saw him sitting in a cafe. He looked surprised, but not ashamed. When I asked him about my money, he simply said he didn't have it and couldn't help me. There was no real apology, no regret in his eyes. I walked out feeling empty. That night, I checked my bank account. My savings were gone. My trust was gone. My confidence was gone. Sarah sat beside me and reminded me that being kind is not a weakness, but failing to protect yourself can be. Slowly, I began to accept the truth. Not everyone who asks for help deserves sacrifice. Weeks turned into months. I worked harder than before. I learned to say no without guilt. I stopped explaining myself to people who didn't deserve explanations. When I visited my parents and told my father everything, he listened silently and then said that while money can be lost and earned again, the wisdom I gained will protect me for life. That day, I understood that some lessons come with pain, but they shape us into stronger people. Today, I am still rebuilding my savings and my trust, but I am stronger than I was before. If you are listening to my story, remember this. Kindness should never cost you your self-respect. Trust should be earned, not given blindly. And loving yourself sometimes means setting boundaries, even when it feels uncomfortable. Some lessons hurt deeply, but they save your future.